Peace, y'all. It's MC Amani coming through on the digital platform so we can keep our TPC classes going. So, this is my first try. But hey, I miss y'all, so we're gonna make it work. Um, Usually we do our agenda first, so let's see if this cool thing is gonna work. Control 2. Ooh, that looks really interesting. There you go. Alright, so intro and welcome. We're doing this now. Opening breaths and reminders, project I'll tell you about, and skill building guidelines. Eye shape, parts of eyes are parts of the skills that we're gonna go over. Outro, and then I have this Google Classroom. I think it's really cool. I hope everyone is well, healthy, happy. Okay, so first things first, let's do our opening breaths. Oh, y'all know how to do this. I hope you've been able to find your breath during this time. Different people are sheltering in place. It's different shelters, different folks, different situations. No matter where you are or who you're with, you can always use this tool. I like my little Oak app, and I always do my little bells. Yes, my phone is still broken. Alright, got my feet on the floor, spine in line, shoulders relaxed, hands and heart to the sky. If you want to hold your heart, you can. When you hear the bell, big breath in and out. I like to go in through my nose, out through my mouth. You find your regular rhythm of your breath in between. We'll do another big breath in. See if you can make it last a little bit longer. Relaxing more into it every time you hear the bell. It's a reminder to focus. One more. If you have a yawn, you know what to do. Nice. All right. Hopefully that helped you out. Hopefully you remember that you can do that anytime. You're always breathing every day. Even when you're not thinking about it, think about it. Relax your mind. All right. Now, reminders. I had to make my own because the ones that I had are at the school site. What? No such thing as a perfect picture. Remember, all of us have one of these fingerprints, but no two are the same, not even on our own hands. Made perfectly works for all of us. All different. Discover through your drawing. When you're getting frustrated, if you get frustrated, if you get upset, if you don't like how it looks, you've got different tools for that. If you're using a pencil, what do you got? The eraser. You try something different, change your lines, change your shapes, discover what you're looking for through your drawing. And remember to honor all materials. Perfect. Okay, so here we are. We've got the project up. I will show you how to get into Google Classroom drawing with middle school at the end of this video. So, the face of my muse. 1, you're going to watch the video that I'm posting. This is the video, you're watching it now, that practices facial features. this video is going to be more in-depth. We already did drawing eyes, noses, and mouths. It was really basic. It was live in person. Now we're going to adapt, try different ways to do it to make it fit the face of somebody we actually know and actually love. So make sure you choose your muse and draw your unique, realistic version of them. So one thing you want to do is make sure that you can find or take a picture of them as a reference, as I will show you in my version. So you can upload them together. This can be somebody you know personally. It doesn't have to be. It helped me to do it with somebody who was actually next to me a lot, so I could keep looking at them, because the picture wasn't always the best reference. And then we'll upload the finished drawing of the person and put a few sentences about why you chose them. And the reminder I want you to remember, there's no such thing as a perfect picture, okay? No such thing. Alright. It's your version. It's unique. It's beautiful. Alright, so my muse was my partner Naji. I chose to draw him out of convenience because he was right there, and because it always makes me happy to see him, especially when he comes home after a long day. Well, we ain't coming home from nowhere. We're just at home all the time, basically now. So really easy to reference him and draw and reference and draw, but I did a drawing in a very short period of time. I also like a lot of the shapes of his facial features and the unique shape form of his free-form dreadlocks. So here's the picture of him. See, his hair is free-form. It's almost like a heart. And then here is my drawing. Oh, line paper. I really wanted to try to make sure I got his eye shape. I was like, oh, these look like birds or something. Noses are probably the hardest thing for me. He has a really cool shape of his lips, but I did my best. And that's before I got more into specifying shapes, so I'll probably try it again. Alright. So, now we're gonna look at this again. So, skill building, eyes, really quick, guidelines. You're gonna see that unlike in class when we did this and I drew a guideline and then we drew eyes around it. Let me just remind you. I drew the guideline. Let me come on this side. I drew this guideline and then I built the eyes around it. Remember? Oops. Built the eyes around it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Basic, right? We did not do any specific eye shapes. Guidelines that we're going to do today are drawn at a specific angle to do a specific eye shape, because eye shapes change from face to face. So you can have downturn, upturn, almond, round, hooded, monolid. These are ones that are like really common. But like I said, every single person is unique. So when you pick your muse, see which one of these fit, or if it's like a combination. Like I've been told I have almond eyes, but also I have kind of really round eyes. So we will see pictures of this, but I just want you to see have the definition of what I'm talking about before we see what I'm talking about. All right. Since I'm in the corner, I want to make sure you can see this. So we'll also do inside parts of the eye, which are the pupil, the little black dot, iris, the colored part, sclera, the white part, and the highlight, which bounces off the pupil and the iris usually. Outside eye, you got the upper and lower lids. We know what those are. Lashes and brows, the hair of eyeballs. That sounds really funny. That's why I wanted to say it. The tear duct and the corner are opposites. So I'm going to, the tear duct and the corner are really important when it comes to guidelines that create specific eye shapes. Let me just give you a real quick reminder of how I drew a guideline and we made eyes that were basic, and how that will be different in this video of how we're making them specific so that we can actually try to draw a person that's specific, individual, unique person, not just drawing a face. Like I said, when I first learned to draw faces, all my faces always looked the same because I didn't get this distinction. So you should be able to see me. Yes, perfect. All right, I drew it before, but it's really kind of hard to see. I need to draw it bigger. So initially I drew a guideline that was straight, and so did you. Then we made the corner come from there. We made a certain roundness and we went down, which would be, that's where the tear duct was. And then we did the same thing, corner, round, tear duct. Don't mind that that one's bigger. Then we did I'm gonna just call this generic. This is what we did, generic version. Generic tear duct, generic bottom lid, generic corner. Same. Oops. Okay, now I'm gonna use a different color to show you what I mean and how this changes. Here is where our generic tear ducts were. Here's where our generic corners were. All right, this is how we will make this different and specific. Ooh, so dark. Ooh, it's lit. If you see kind of where this corner or this tear duct meets this corner is more at an angle. Where this tear duct and this corner meet is more at an angle. Choosing a person whose face we want to try to draw, we'll be able to really look at them and how their specific eye shape is, and a bunch of different versions of guidelines. Okay, so back to, or starting to get to the work. All right, so I just want to show you the reference. I will put this on our Google Classroom as well, so you can do this at your own pace, because I'm going to take time right now to just work from the board like we used to when we were in class together, and have you follow what I'm doing. Just trying it. You got to try it. Then you can practice more however you feel comfortable at whatever pace, doing different eyes. If you already know who you want your muse to be, figure out which one of these, I keep pointing, which one of these, this is what I'm pointing at, is like them. But one word before I move out of this screen and we just work together. I've been told I have really almond shaped eyes, almond shape, but they're also pretty round. So your muse might be a mix of these different things. And just getting the guidelines alone and the angle of their eyes as far as where their corners and tear ducts meet will make a big difference in your faces not all looking like one person. Okay, so it's me again. All right, so here we go, our 6 kinds of eyes. I've got to draw them really big for you. I'll use red for the circles and the guidelines, and then a dark color to do the tear ducts, lower lids, upper lids. Alright, so we're going to start with downturn. Downturn means the outer corner is going down. So it's at an angle, not too much of an angle. Ooh, that's pretty angled. If I had my pencil and eraser, I would make it less angled. Alright. Here now we'll do the tear duct. The tear duct for this one is like a little nose. A little round nose, and it starts above the guideline, it goes outside of the circle and under the guideline. Cool. Alright, and let's make sure we do it. Down, turn. Okay, we're gonna go each one. I'll do the tear ducts and the guidelines. So let's now do upturn. So these are going down. Obviously in upturn, it'll be going up. I'm drawing my circles a little too close together, so I'll draw them farther away because eyes are not that close. But that's another thing. Side note, when you look at someone's eyes, whoever is your muse, the space between eyes, if another eye could fit, think of it like that. Spacing when you do your muse. Alright, different lesson. Guideline going up. Ooh, that's very angled. Not as angled as I would want it to be. I'm gonna bring this down. So it's more easily visible, and then I'll bring it up in a minute. Better. Alright, upturned, and then the tear ducts for this, they're kind of above the guideline and sharper. Okay, a little different. Round. Let's do round. Big hole, huge eyes. These will be round. Monolid. Alright, so for round shape, they're a little bit upturned but less angular. And then for the monolid, move myself out of the way. For the monolid, it's also upturned and not as angled. Even less angled, I'd say. Alright. Round. It comes out a lot. And it's really above the guideline. And it's round, I would say. Monolid. It's sharp and small. With the guideline kind of in between. And then we'll lift this a little bit. So you can see the next part. Yeah, that's good. The last ones we're gonna do hooded, and almond. Alright, thank you for bearing with me. This is my first time doing this, and I promise to practice so I can get better and keep bringing these things to you. Alright, 2 eyes not too close together. Circle game is not so bad. Not even sketching. I'm really good at not judging myself most of the time, so I'm able to let myself go and discover whatever I'm drawing through drawing it. It feels much better than being very critical. Oh, okay. Almond hooded. Almond is a little upturned, but very, very soft slant. And then hooded is like almost straight, but a little bit upturned. Dang. I feel like all of my angles are very similar. Alright. Okay. Almond sticking out above the guideline, round. And then for hooded, like really sticking out round. Alright. Woo! Step 1 done. Okay. So now we'll do the bottom and upper lid and a corresponding crease. Now, just because the crease on, for example, the downturned eye is a certain height away from the upper lid doesn't mean that that's how your muse's crease will be, even if they have downturned eyes. So keep that in mind. You really have to pay attention to the unique face that you're looking at when you start to do their different features. Okay, so for downturned, the lower part, we're gonna make it end here, and it's gonna be thin. Let's do it like that. Not very shallow, right? But the upper part is gonna be a lot bigger. Now this is my version of sketching with markers. Alright, see over here. Not that shallow. Much bigger. Yep. See how that one goes all the way, but that one doesn't, but this circle's a little bit bigger, so we're just gonna keep it like that. And then for a crease, it'll be a little higher. Just follow it around. Basic shape. Round is closer, so we'll do like this. The bottom, it goes in a little bit before it really dips. In a little before it really dips. The guidelines being similar is a key, a major key as well. And then the top is just like a perfect round whoop, round whoop. And actually, I'd probably make this one a little bit higher. Alright, go with the dark part. And then we'll do almond because it's right here. It's really easier to see. This one, really not a deep thing. It's pretty thin. I mean, pretty shallow under that line. Whoop. And then for the top, sort of a curve, and then around this, a curve, and then around this, a curve, and then around this. My version, okay? Yours doesn't have to look like mine whatsoever. We're just trying and practicing. Alright, now we'll go to upturned, monolid, and then hooded. I forgot to do the creases. So the crease for the round eye, it's like really close to it, and it goes all the way out, close to it, all the way out. That is not the eyebrow, it's the crease. Not the eyebrow, but, or not the eyebrow, but the crease. See that kind of shape? It'll come together. And then the almond, it's sort of a curve. Oops. A curve roundness. That's like too much of a curve. That one's too curved. That one's even a little bit curved, but try your versions. Upturned. It kind of goes straight out and then curves. See, this one's kind of deeper than that one. That's okay. Then you've got your top of it, which is very much just a round hill, like really evenly round. Really evenly round. You see that looks very disjointed. Again, utilize your erasers and all of the things. Monolid. Oh wait, let's do the high curve so I don't forget. This one is, it comes out a little bit and then it almost like goes to the guideline. Alright. Cool. I'm following the thing. It will be on our Google Classroom. You'll be able to follow it too. Don't worry. Monolid. This one is a little deep at the bottom and then really big at the top. A little deep at the bottom and then much wider, much taller and rounder at the top. And then you got the crease of that. It's not very far away, which is where you get mono, because it's almost like it just has one lid, right? The lid is gonna follow the top and then the crease almost follows the lid. It's not very different. Whereas this one is like super higher up. Let's make it darker. That one is super higher up. Boop, and then the top of the lid. This one is really close to the top of the lid. Last one, hooded. It's almost like the crease is a hood. The bottom is really short. Really, really, by short, I mean shallow. It doesn't go that far from the guideline, which is red. And then the top, it can be like a little shaped a little bit and then going down. It's not really as round as the rest. And then the crease is kind of like close to it. Make it darker for you. Better? Yes. You kind of can see it better. So I'll give you a little close up of my attempts. Boop. That is my version. Okay. Awesome. Now let's get into pupils. So what you would want to do now is erase all of your guidelines and circles. So if everything that I have in red that you have in pencil, you want to erase, and then we'll add detail. So I don't have that, so I can't erase. Let's try to just see how it would look. So first you want to separate the white part of your eyelid from the pink tear duct. You see how there's like a line and a line? You can do that many different ways. Then we'll also add the iris and pupil to each. So I'll start here. I might draw some lines there to separate, and then I'll draw my pupil. The iris. The iris is the colored part. The pupil is the dark part. Right, you can shade. It probably looks way doper when you do it. Oh, they're coming alive! And you'll do that with each of these. Try different ways. Right now we're just trying different eye shapes, basics. And then you'll just draw all your eyes. Now for like the hooded, for example, you're not gonna see the entire pupil. Whereas here I drew a full circle. Here I'm drawing part of a circle. Now if you want, let's see, if I'm using a pencil, right? I could draw a whole circle, erase. You see that? I drew a whole circle. I would erase the bottom and the top, and I would just capture that part. Make my pupil. Alright. Same on this side. See the difference? Here I didn't use the guideline to make a full circle. I just trusted my curves on the sides without a bottom or a top to that for my iris. And I'll do the rest for the rest as you try yours. I will be shading if I was using pencil. For the color. This is looking very interesting. Okay, I'm gonna pause here actually and ask you to hold off. You're gonna be using a pencil. I'm obviously not. Future reference, I'm going to get myself a camera that will just show you me drawing my paper and my hands drawing. So much easier. And I'll use pencil. I also could try to switch to dry erase, but I feel like that would be a lot easier. I forgot about highlight. So you see my eyes looking at you right now. What color are my eyes? Brown. But what color is the light bouncing off my eyes, and what is it next to? My pupil. So there's my colored eye. There's my pupil. And there's the highlight. You could just use white for that. So here, let's say I was drawing my pupil, right? I mean my iris. I'll make myself a little circle for a highlight. And then I'll build my pupil around that. I did that because I don't have an eraser. Here, I'll bring you closer so you can see what I did. Then I would shade around it. Starting to see some eyeballs. Same here. Oops. Fine. A little different. I guess it would be. Let's see. Nope. The white part should be the full circle, not a partial. It goes into the pupil. Right? So on, so forth. Downturn. Highlight. Oops, that's upturn. Downturn. Highlight next to the pupil. Shade in the iris. Alright, so again, I'll give you the final up close. These are missing highlights, the hooded, the almond, round, I've got the highlights, monolid, no highlight, upturned, did not shade in the iris, but got the highlights, downturn, same thing. Alright, I would shade. Okay, so that is it for me. Whoa, look at all those eyes. Thank you so much. Just speak to you with my eyes. Appreciate you. Last thing I'll show you how to do, get into the Google Classroom where you will find the guide that I used and more information. Okay, so here we are. I'm actually going to change this. Got it. We are not grading, we are not rubricking, none of that. This is not going to be due next week. unless you want to reach for the moon. We only covered eyes. So what we're gonna do is start with just doing a bunch of people's eyes, all the people who you are home with. All right, so sorry, I feel really proud about this little drop down part. This is what I drew on the board last time we did noses and mouths drawing. Here's my class code. So what you want to do is you want to go see if this works. Nope. Same thing. Here we go. Sorry. So classroom.google.com. You'll go to classroom.google.com. You will click join a class. They will ask for your class code. This is the class code. JQE42CK. Then you'll be able to join. I will change this assignment. We'll build up to this to just trying different people's eyes who you can find on the internet and people who are at your house using the guide, which I will upload. And then I want to show you this. Boom. LOL. I am in my room. So we're continuing the Quad Wednesday drawing class with me. All you 6th and 7th graders come together as one to continue this journey of practicing art. We don't stop. We adapt. May we all find ourselves healthy, warm, and well-loved. And I feel really good about how I made these reminders look like this. It took a lot. It took a lot. You want to know how much it took? Messing with this. Okay. That's how dedicated I am. All right, to my creativity. Peace, y'all. So much love. Again, here is the class code. Please do classroomgoogle.com. Here's the code. Join me. See you next time.